How's it going, everyone? As we get closer to Father's Day, I was like, this is like a perfect time to share my story about how I became a dad, what that was like, and the process. I feel like there's just not a lot of information out there for dads supporting other dads. Like, hey, man, it's crazy sometimes. It really is. And I just wanted to share my story that way. If you're about to become a dad and you're equals part afraid and excited and nervous and pumped and hyped and just horrified and so happy, I get it. It's such a mix of emotions and feelings. And let me just say, right in the beginning here, becoming a dad is the coolest thing that I will probably ever do in my life. That is so amazing to me. I absolutely love my daughter. She's two, almost and a half, almost and a half. I'm not going to count the months and be like, oh, well, she's this. No, I'm not going to count the months and the days and be like, oh, well, she's, over 14 months or, over 24 months. It's getting ridiculous, man. She's 28 months. It's probably closer to about what it is. But listen, the reality is that journey was wild and crazy. And although not everything went as we planned, not everything was perfect. That's totally okay, and that's part of the wild ride. I just wanted to share the story because I just feel like there's not a lot of support out there for dads, and the support you do get, I don't know. I wasn't really interested in a lot of the support that was even offered to me because it was just like, what is this? There was a lot of like dad boot camps, and it's like, oh man, do I have to take that? Do I even have the skills? And it turns out that the reality is I feel like most people naturally have the ability to, comfort a crying child when it's your child and change a diaper. It's no problem. You put it on backwards, that's okay. You can take it off, put it back the right way. It's really fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. There's only so many ways you can put a diaper on. You'll figure it out. It's not too crazy. And although I think those things are great if you need them, and if you want them there, you don't have the support, there you go. Those are awesome. But so much of the support out there, I just wasn't interested in. So our story, starts off wild. Once we were getting towards the end of the pregnancy, we had to go in and get it induced. So, me and Holly, we went in, and I think we were in the hospital for over a week, easily over a week. Not because of that's normal. That's normal. Normally, that's not that normal. You're out of there in a couple of days, really. But there was a lot of complications, and a lot of things didn't go very smoothly. I think the very first one was that Lily just was not wanting to, join the world. She was just like, no, no, I'm not coming right now. So it took a long time. It was 10:16 on a Sunday when she was born. I remember 10:16 in the night because I remember I was counting the seconds every minute, and it's such a crazy and intense moment. And I knew for sure, like I so badly was not going to cut that umbilical cord. I knew they're gonna offer it to me, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And in the end, I did it because you're just like so warped and wrapped up in the moment. It's like, geez, dude, it's very intense. You go through it together, but definitely the wife is definitely going through it. And you just got to be there for whether you're about to get, your hand squeezed to death or you're getting screamed at, whatever it is. You just got to hang in there and you just support and be there. And but there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the dad's minds too. I mean, of course, you're going in this as a team. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you have to worry about. And once Lily joined the world, I was horrified. I mean, I was just so excited. But instantly, they took her and they said that she had swallowed a lot of fluids, and so they're trying to say, I don't want to take her to ICU. And I'm like, oh, jeez, dude, like what's happening? So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my brand new, just born daughter and my wife, who had a series of medical issues after giving birth. One of them being a separation. It's like of the joints, and it was bad. I mean, she couldn't walk for. Honestly, it took until like 3 months till she could walk like again normally without a walker. It was rough. It was really rough. She was pretty much uh, kind of wheelchair bound and could barely move a couple steps for like a good month. Could start getting some movement in the second month, and it was a lot, man. It really was. There was a lot to go through. There's a lot to handle, but you handle it as a team. You go through it, and I still remember, and I don't know. If you're here at this point, then clearly you want to hear the story. But I remember when I left the hospital to go grab something. I mean, it had been insane. Well, I had this brand new baby. I feel like I know nothing. Like I am. I'm an infant in the world now. Like, what do I do? How do I handle this situation? Like, what do I do here, man? I do the best I can, right? And the nurses, they come in every 5 seconds and you're like, oh, you look tired. I'm like, geez, Louise, just like let my wife sleep. She's in pain and I'm stressed out, man. You guys are stressing me out. Like, you just want to sleep for a minute. And it's like, oh, man, that hospital was crazy. But listen, once I got out, I had to go grab something. I had to go run home and grab something or do something. I don't remember what it was. I had to leave the hospital first. So luckily we had family there, so I could leave for a second. There's no problem. Someone was there to help my wife, and I could just leave it. And I remember I got in that car, and there's two songs that popped on. And I remember what they sound like, but I can't remember the names. And I honestly, I just cried, man. I did. I straight up, I was just bawling. I was like, what just happened? Like, it is so much. It is so much intensity. There is such it's just so much going on, and you feel overwhelmed and you feel scared. And listen, once we got out of that hospital, I was happy, and then also terrified too, because now you have this little infant who has a million. I mean, they leave you with 1,000 things that could go wrong. They're like, don't let them sleep with you. Don't even let them see the sun. Jeez, what's going on? Dude? Am I raising a little fragile vampire that isn't immortal yet? Like, what happened here? It was wild. And so now you're leaving and you have this little child, and it's like, now I'm just scared I'm going to do something absolutely wrong. And there's going to be no nurses here to help me. And so I got more and more nervous. I'm like, oh, man. So we get home, we got to go through the process. My wife is, basically can't move. We got a brand new baby. Things are rough. You got to get used to the system of it. I know so many people have these weird things on like Instagram and TikTok, and it's like the perfect birth story and how I did. Listen, dude, ain't nothing perfect about it. It is beautifully horrific. There it is. It is amazingly terrifying. I mean, if you can put those two things together every time, that's what it's going to be. It is the greatest moment of your life and the biggest fear that you're going to face, all mashed into one. That really is that's what you're handling and excuse me, what you're going through. And so it's a lot, but as we go through those things and we work together and we learn and we grow, you realize that you do know more than you thought. You can handle it, maybe it's okay. And then you start to realize, your own parents are kind of just they went through the same thing. They just went through it with no guide or manual. You probably came out okay too, right? So you go through it and you get through the process. And sorry, I've been sick. Excuse me. Yeah, it's tough and it's wild. But man, it is the coolest thing that I've ever done. And now that it's been 2 years, a lot of the pain from those moments and like all the stress and the ups and downs, all of that, it simmers away, and you sort of forget. You're like, dude, if we had another one, that'd be okay. Like, I'd go through it again, 1,000, 10,000%. Obviously. And I say that because my wife feels the same way. It's not just me saying it because I'm not, the one who's giving birth, but you go through a lot. And then those emotions you feel and the ups and downs, and you want to make everything right and you want to do the best you can. And honestly, everything that you do is probably going to be as good as it needs to be. Like, you are doing it. As long as you are waking up, helping the baby, feeding them, whatever you got to do, as long as you keep helping the baby, helping your wife, and you support each other, it's a lot. It really is. It is a lot to go through. It's a lot to handle. And now that she's 2, or like 2.5, it's so cool. I mean, even today, she has this whole little play kitchen. There's all these play food and all these pieces of plastic, and it's crazy because you have these things. And I was like, oh, I was gonna make lunch. So I was gonna cook lunch, and she's like, oh, I make food, make food. I'm like, oh, you make me food, great. She goes over, excuse me, and she grabs a plate. She grabs a French fry. She puts the French fry on the plate. She puts it in the oven, a little plate oven, right? It's a little plastic Fisher Price thing. It's not a real oven. Chill. She puts it in there. She turns the little knob and she waits. She's like, She takes it out and she puts it on a plate or on the table for me. And she's like, food. And she grabs my hand, her little hand grabs my hand just like that. And we walk over to the table and she's like, food. And she was so happy and so proud of that. She gave me a huge hug. I was like, oh my goodness, dude. Like, it doesn't get any better. What more in life could you possibly want than those awesome moments? And I'm so happy to have that ability to watch her grow. It's awesome. She is so cool, so awesome. Listen, becoming a dad, a lot of things change. A lot of things about how you usually do things will change. A lot of things about your personality will probably have to change. and that's okay. It's such an awesome experience. It's transformative for everybody, but it's always well. I say generally for us, it's been all good changes. We've had so many cool things and so many cool experiences, and now it's like I just want to do whatever I can for her. She is awesome. She's the coolest little lady, and I love her so much. I'm so proud of her. It doesn't matter what she does. It really doesn't. I mean, even today, I don't know why we started it, but when she was like one, she would fart. We go, oh, toot toot. So every time she farts, she'd go around saying toot toot. And now we're trying to make her, we're trying to have her switch it to excuse me. But I can't help it. Every time I laugh so hard, man. Every time it's so funny. She's like, oh, toot toot. And I'm like, toot toot toot. It just gets me. It really does. It gets me and it makes me laugh. And honestly, man, if you're about to go through the journey, I get it. It's going to be tough. You got to be stronger than you ever been before, because now you're not only holding on to your own sanity, you're going to help your wife get through her sanity, because it's rough. It is rough, especially going through that process. It's traumatizing for women. It's tough, man. But it's got a lot of stuff affects the man too, and you gotta be able to handle that and be like, hey, man, once you get that first moment of peace, like I said, I got in that car and I knew they were good because the family was there and I was going to be back in like an hour, and I just bawled, dude. I mean, holy smoke. It was just so much excitement and stress and relief. And there were so many things going wrong medically, and everyone's falling apart. And you have to stay strong through all of it. And you just got to keep moving. And so, no matter what happens as you're going through the process, if it gets really tough, just remember, man, you're gonna get through it. It's gonna be worth it. These little people that we make, they're the coolest little things. They really are. And so, big shout out to all the dads. It's awesome to be a dad. I got a glass that, best dad ever. So spot's taken is what it is. But had to go to somebody. They want to stay humble. Want to humble about it. Humble brag. But honestly, it really is cool. I just want to share. I didn't get into every single detail because it's just not necessary. But listen, it's gonna be ups. There's gonna be downs. It's gonna be tough. It's not always easy. It's, I think a lot of people really glamorize like every moment's just like, oh my goodness, oh, no, it's not like that, man. It's exhausting. That first couple months is exhausting, and then you hit a sweet spot where they start to sleep a little more, but they can't really move yet. So you can kind of just put them on the bed. They're like, and you're like, oh, great. Then you can put your socks on for a sec. Then they hit a point where they can start to move. And now you kind of miss the fact that maybe they just woke up once or twice over the night, because now you got to chase them everywhere. And she's getting very fast. And when she's not getting fast, she hits the ground really hard. And when she does that, then you got to make her feel better, because it's like she slaps. It's like, oh, geez. Then you got to pick her up. You're like, you're doing great. Awesome. You ha 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 laugh, put her down, she does it again. You're like, geez, dude. Goodness. It's little walking bulldozers, except for they just keep breaking themselves as they walk around and they do things. And yeah, they're crazy, man. But honestly, congratulations if you're gonna be a dad. You guys rock. If you guys are dads, it really is such a cool and awesome experience. And I mean, wow. I doubt anyone made it to the end of this video, but one thing I would tell you, if you did, just a little, a booster for you, is just hang in there. It's gonna be okay. Stay strong, and just make good choices. That's it. Make good choices. Stay focused. You're taking care of a plus one now, so you gotta be dad, man. You gotta be there. You gotta be strong for everybody now. And you just gotta hold on, push forward, and just keep doing right by your family, by your new baby, by your kids, whatever it is, and just enjoy the ride, man. It's fast. I mean, it feels like just yesterday we went through all this, and now she's already 2.5. Then you see people, I see people in the mall, they come up and like, it goes fast, it goes fast. I'm like, I know, I get it, I'm living it, but it does. So just enjoy every moment, and every moment that you don't, just realize that that's okay, because it goes fast. It goes fast. Sometimes there are moments where you're just like, geez, dude, man, your first blowout, that'll be the first like, awesome. It's not all sparkles and rainbows, but it's awesome, man. It really is. So I hope thank you all for joining me on the story, and I hope you all got something out of this that you can use, that you can move forward with, and just thank you all so much for being here. And like I said, if you made it this far, just double thumbs up, guys. I appreciate you doing that. And yeah, it really is wild, man. It is the coolest thing, like I said, that I'll ever do, hands down. Nothing cooler than raising the next generation of people into the world, and they are cool little people, man. They really are. We'll see you guys next time.